If you've played enough Tekken, you've probably somehow tackled or been tackled by your opponent. If you've been mashing, you may have also hit them a couple of times or thrown them off you mid-tackle. Every character can automatically perform a tackle by running around this much distance and by not pressing any button. Some characters can also manually initiate a tackle, commonly labelled ultimate tackle in your move list. When you land a tackle, if you don't press any button afterwards, your character will just get up off the opponent. But that's no fun, so you can press the 1 for a left punch, or 2 for a right punch. You may press either of these buttons 4 times in total in any combination for a 4-hit attack. Let's look at defending against a tackle. One of the first things you can do when your opponent is lunging towards you is break the tackle immediately with a 2 input. I find that you can spam this input as much as you want within the first few frames of the animation. The second chance you have is when your back is just about to hit the floor and you can press 1+2 again to overturn your opponent and actually begin tackling them. This is a much stricter window of time, so I wouldn't recommend this as your primary option, but if you can make it work, then that's great. But let's say you missed the first 2 chances and are now on your back. Against most of the cast, your opponent has the option of pressing 1 or 2 to throw their punches. If they press 1, you may press 2 to catch their attack and throw them off of you. The opposite applies for the 2 input. If you press a 1, you will avoid all damage and return to neutral. Now, if you missed the first window or guessed wrong, you cannot avoid the second or third punches, but you have another chance to protect yourself from the 4th and final blow with the same concept. Now let's get deeper into the system. If your opponent tackles you from behind, you cannot break the tackle with the same 2 input, and you may have been confused to why your 2 input didn't save you against that 1 input punch. When your opponent tackles you from behind, the 1 input will block the 1 punch and the 2 input will block the 2 punch, since you're both facing the same direction. An advanced tip is that you may quickly force yourself to turn around by using, say, a crouch jab and spamming the 2 input to break the incoming tackle. Some characters have the ability to use another command in the form of an armbar, which they may use as a first or final action. You can break the armbar with a 1+2 input. King and Nina have the ability to use a 4th command to start breaking your legs, which may also be broken with the 1+2 input. So this may be very overwhelming because not only now do you have to worry about being punched, but now you have people breaking your arms and legs. But things are not all bad. There is what I believe to be a legacy mechanic, where you can break the armbar and left punch by inputting 1+2, then 2-2-2-2. This means you turn the 33% chance of guessing correctly into a 50-50, where you guess between the right punch and the armbar/left punch combo. For King and Nina, who have the leg locks as well, it can be broken down into 3 options. You can press 1+2, 2-2-2-2 to avoid the armbar and left punch. You can press 1+2, 1-1-1-1 to avoid the leg lock and right punch. Or you may spam 1+2 to avoid both the grappling options, but neither of the punches. You have to use the proper button combination to counter the specific incoming attack, which I assume is in place to avoid being able to cover 100% of every option. If your character has an armbar as well, or is Dragunov or Marduk, you can actually input another 2 very quickly to not only escape the opponent's armbar, but do one of your own. The same can be done for King, Nina, and even Dragunov as well, on each other's leg hold. These are very small frame windows, so most likely you'll just escape the attack. There is another very specific and very advanced option select that I'll leave until the end of the video. So let's get into the weirder variants. Dragunov has a cooler tackle, which may be still broken and overturned, but he has more cinematic options in the form of 1, 2, and 1+2, which must be broken with either 1, 2, or 1+2. This is a true 1 in 3 chance to guess correctly on the receiving end. Another weird one is the alien with the sword. Once Yoshimitsu has successfully tackled you, he will do an uninterruptible sword slash on you. Asuka can key charge into a special tackle, where if she has you in her grasp, there is nothing you can do. Paul, being the odd character that he is, happens to have an attack called the Ultimate Punishment, which has the most absurd command, but most importantly, starts with a 2. Unfortunately, you cannot option select his armbar and Ultimate Punishment, so you must do the 1+2, 2, 2, 2, 2 for armbar and left punch, or spam 1 for the right punch and Ultimate Punishment. Finally, let's talk about Marduk. I'm not much of a Marduk player, so I'll stick to what I know. Marduk's tackle can be broken initially when he's grabbing you, but I believe it cannot be overturned. Every time he would go into a tackle, he goes into his special version of the tackle. This includes him reversing your tackle. He has several options during his mount, but as the defender, there are 3 blocking options. You can block to your left with 1, your right with 2, or middle with no input or 1+2. Marduk can fake going his right only to go left, with a quick 2-1 input, and vice versa. And good Marduk players will be watching your hands, as if they see you block one way, they'll most likely go the other way, unless they think you're mind gaming them. That's pretty much all you need to know to defend against Marduk. He has a lot of options, but they can all be blocked left, right, or middle. Here are the weird option selects that are found on the forums. Dragunov and Paul can cover every single generic option, including left punch, right punch, armbar, and leg hold, with a very specific command. This is me doing the same 1, 1, 2, and then spamming 1+2 to avoid every single option. This is because Dragunov and Paul have a secret ability to parry the left punch and reverse the opponent's right punch with a hidden command of 1, 1, 2. I then found some Tekken 6 forum post that said you can input this while falling, just before you hit the ground, and then spam 1+2 to cover the other 2 grappling options. This allows them to get a 100% escape rate. Now that is a lot of tackling, but if you subscribe today, you'll get a 5-day tackle breaking buff. Bye!